This is an Indigo Exclusive featuring Erlend Loe. How much of Doppler is in you?
It's not really a big percentage, but of course I wrote it at the time when I had kids myself. I just had them, and I probably felt the need more than before to escape from time to time and go out into the forest. But it's not in a very direct way.
If you moved into the forest, what one object would you bring with you?
I would probably bring my bike.
What one person would you bring with you?
That's more difficult. Maybe my brother.
Did you anticipate such a broad appeal for Doppler, both in Norway and around the world?
No, I did not. It's been very satisfying to see how it's been hitting around in several countries.
How would you describe Scandinavian humour to a Canadian audience?
That's difficult. I guess in these modern times, Scandinavian humor is not very different from a lot of other countries' humor, but originally there is something about silence and loneliness that will mix into the humor. Like in Finland, I don't know how you view the Finnish humor, but it's melancholia, a bit suicidal, dark. So we have a bit of that too.
You've written several children's books, which we'd love to see in Canada. There are elements of Doppler that would work in a children's book. So how did writing Doppler compare to writing your children's books?
Well, the children's books that I've written is... I very rarely think of them as children's books, and I ask my publisher every time, do you think that this really is a children's book? And they say, yeah, well, let's pretend it is. But the difference is, when I write for adults, I really don't care about plot at all. I improvise, I make sure the characters are someone that I really love to be with. But writing for children, I make sure there's a plot. There's something that would want the reader to turn to the next page and wonder what's happening. That's the biggest difference.
You're also a screenwriter. Are there plans to put Doppler up on the big screen as a film?
Yeah, there has been several directors, producers from different countries asking me about that. But I have had my first novel made into a movie, and I did not have time to participate in the process. It was an okay movie, but I regret it still. So if Doppler should be made into a movie, I would want to write the screenplay myself. And so far, I haven't done that, so we'll see.
What is it like to be receiving such attention and having to talk about a book you wrote almost a decade ago?
Oh, that's quite all right. Most or many writers will experience that their books die after a year or two, and it's not even available in shops, etc. So I feel very privileged that books that I wrote 8 years ago, as with Doppler, or even 10 or 15 years ago with another book, other books, are still out there and being translated, and they are alive. So I'm very happy about that.
You've already written Volvo Trucks, the sequel to Doppler. Can you give us one sentence hint of what is in store for Doppler and his friends?
In the Volvo Trucks book, Doppler with his moose leave Norway and passes the border into Sweden, and he has great thoughts about what he will change in the world, but he really doesn't come any further. He will just cross the border, and then he meets some people and he stays there. It's more absurd even than the Doppler book.
We all have very different opinions when it comes to Doppler's mental health. Do you think the bump on his head damaged him or simply woke him up?
No, I think it more woke him up, actually. I often get the question whether my characters are mentally ill. I don't think they are, and I don't think Doppler is. It's just, during a lifetime you will enter many phases, and some of them will be more serious, and you'll have to think about things, and Doppler is in one of those.
Do you have any pets, and what is the largest animal you would consider as an actual pet?
No, I don't. My children really want to have, but we don't. I'm allergic to a lot of animals, but I think my favorite large animal that I would like to have is a horse.
Choose one. Beaver, moose, or loon?
I really like beavers. I have to choose beaver.
This has been an Indigo Exclusive featuring Erlend Loe.